Hey, this is your girl Adassa, the voice of Dolores in Encanto.
Dolores' hearing is obviously incredible. She can do all these incredible things with her hearing, but we never see her treat people with poorer hearing worse. She's always very kind, even though she can hear things that other people can't. And about 15% of the adults in the United States have some form of difficulty hearing, and that's about 37.5 million people. So, what lessons can we learn from Dolores about interacting with people who may not hear as well as we do that we can apply to interacting with people with hearing loss in the real world?
I think just as Dolores is compassionate, I think that understanding that we're all different and being able to be helpful in the ways that they would find helpful. Because when we think of having something or our own personal feelings, then we would like to take them up in a certain way. But if we put ourselves in their shoes and understand, well, if they can't hear like I can hear, what can I do to help them? And then find the things that they would like to do and do that with them, even if it were a little bit like if it was Dolores going to somebody's house and they need to turn up the music, then she would just bring her like noise cancellation headphones so she could still enjoy the party, but it not hurt her, but not be there.
Yeah, I love that. So meeting people where they're at and being compassionate and understanding that, my hearing is good and your hearing is not maybe as good, but we can still interact. Please don't leave. Please keep a relationship with me. Let's still be friends, even though our hearing statuses might be a little bit different.
Absolutely. In music, there's so much rhythm and there's so much variation. And the way that somebody, like I have a friend that lives in Arizona, and she was born deaf and mute. And one day, for an activity that we had, she sang to us and there was not a dry eye. Now, she wasn't singing with her voice, she was singing through her hands. And the way she was expressing the lyrics and how she felt the music through the sheer waves of the sound was incredible. And there was not a dry eye in the room because we all felt the words through her gestures. So when we see somebody that has, let's say, I wouldn't call them difficulties, but different gifts, we need to learn to appreciate what those are. And when we get to experience it, even in the slightest way, the way that they experience it, we can be fulfilled in a way we never expected. And that's what she did for me that day. And there was never a sound that came out of her voice. It was all in her hands. And she swayed all of us.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that experience. That's really cool. I mean, I don't have anything to follow up on that because that's so neat. There are so many different ways to communicate and express yourself. And I think you just touched on that beautifully, how just because others have different culture or different upbringing or different ways of communicating or hearing doesn't mean that there isn't something beautiful to learn from their experience and their culture, even if yours is a little bit different.
Yeah. Exactly.